What's up, guys? Figured go in here, man. Just kind of break down, you know, who did what, who did good, who did bad, type stuff. So let's go on and jump into it. This is gonna be the first play right here. Try to turn the music up some. I did hear, if y'all, in case any of y'all didn't, Brian Herring was having back spasms last Friday and Saturday morning, so that's why he didn't get any snaps Saturday. So hopefully he can come back. So he was injured. I just didn't hear about it before the game or anything. So that's why he was out. Hopefully we can get him back for Kentucky. Lord knows we're gonna need him. I did just hear that Cager's going to be out though. He's our number one receiver by far, I think. And there's just a lot of bad throws that Jake did, and he was having to dive for the balls to catch them. So get back in it. And that wasn't bad. It was right there at the line of scrimmage. I mean, not line of scrimmage, the sideline. So, uh, but it really doesn't give like not much of a chance for yards after catch. But it was a good throw. And like I said, or Ben saying this, it's the yards after catch is what we've really been struggling at, and just having a deep pass altogether. But to to being able to allow for the receiver to keep on running has just been mostly non-existent this season. Swift did good. Let me see who did the blocking on that one. That's Charlie Warner, Eli. I mean, that's a pretty good job on blocking. Eli Wolf. I mean, it's just we got guys getting touched right there past the line of scrimmage, man. Just come in unblocked. Well, he got about 3 or 4 yards before he hit that one. So let me speed it up some. Try to make this a quick first half tonight. That was pretty good blocking right there. Uh, let's see. I mean, everybody's pretty. Andrew's still containing his guy. Isaiah's got his guy. Um, Jake could have thrown it a little lower on that one. I mean, especially with him throwing hard like that. Let me back it up a second. I think we did pretty good on this drive. Just started having the meltdowns later on. And the turnovers. Kirby pretty much blamed the loss on 4 turnovers. Which, I mean, yeah, that has a lot to do with it. But, I mean, just still, our our offensive passing game is pretty easily defended. Jake was having to spend a lot of time back there in the pocket. Plus, his throwing was just off, too. So, just, I mean, they're just letting it. Actually, he would probably would have been fine where he was at. Everybody pretty much had their man, so Trey that one time on the spin move. Did he hit this one? Okay, I was gonna say. I think the one yeah, that was right before half. Somebody got their hand up there on it. Good job on Aziz for sniffing that one out. He's over here. Oh, who was that? No, that was Tay. Aziz was on the block though, getting blocked by a tight end, but he held his own. Oh, hold on. That's pretty good coverage on DJ, and we got pressure on Polinski on that one. Yeah, I think they went 3 and out on this one. Everybody just got there. Go and get them where they line back. There we go. Shout out to Matthew Hall for posting these videos where we can go back on there on YouTube and rewatch the games. If y'all ever want to rewatch the games, just look up Matthew Hall. There's a couple of Matthew Hall channels, so but you'll find his, because I mean all his videos are pretty much past UGA games. So if you ever got time and just want to rewatch them during the week on your own, you can always do that too. And I post my reviews on my YouTube channel. I think it's GriffDog83. So pretty good run to the outside right there. Back up some. I really wish we could use James Cook more. You know, it was like last year we were trying to run him up the middle, and he didn't have too much size to him. But it was like this year we don't even try to run him up the middle at all. It's everything's either pass. Well, I think majority of it's pass plays or speed sweeps. So with this size, I think we could still try to maybe run them up the middle a little bit more. You know, somebody was talking about our personnel that we use is actually getting kind of predictable. You know, it was like last year whenever you saw Trey Blunt out there on the field, you pretty much knew it was a run play because they're not going to be throwing to Trey Blunt. So it was kind of like that with Tyler Simmons. Well, it's kind of like that with James Cook. You see him out there, you know it's pretty much going to be a sweep, you know, or some kind of screen pass or little 5-yard stop route or something. So it's just one of those things where you get predictable, kind of like we were with Chaney. This is Amir. Somebody's just getting pushed back. Who was that? Was that Trey? Yeah, Trey just getting blown off the line, man. That just ruined that whole play right there. There's nothing on Zamir's fault. Like I said, I mean, the running backs should be having big holes to run through. If there's no holes to run through, you can't really blame the running backs for not getting the yardage, obviously. And we got Solomon Kinley in there now. He didn't start. I think I saw Justin Schaefer starting. This is just one of them plays where Jake's got to throw the ball better. I mean, look, hold on. I mean, it's clear. As clear as day right here. Here's Eli right here. I mean, I don't think it was right. It was just high, man. It was just high. You know, yeah, maybe he should have caught it too, but I mean, it's just one of those things where where Jake wasn't on. with it. Still kind of high, I thought. That angle was a little bit better. I thought it was a little bit higher. It looked like it was right above his head. That first angle, I thought he had to jump over it or jump up. Thought Jake did a better job punting the ball. We got some lot of deep punts. I think Kirby was pretty much like, I think it was like he didn't care about the coverage. Just wanted to get the ball down there pretty much and just take over from there. What happened on that one? I mean, two missed tackles right there. What was that? It looked like Aziz and Monty Rice. Right there, yeah. Monty wasn't really missed tackle because he was diving over a guy. There's another missed tackle right there in the backfield. Yeah, I mean he wrapped up on him. He had him by his shoulder pads. You know, I think I would count that as a missed tackle. And that's one of those times where we got to catch it. We got to catch it. I mean, that's a freebie right there. What was it? Oh, penalty. The penalties were better compared to the Tennessee game, but they still weren't all that great. Monty did a pretty good job on that one, getting to the ball. Trying to get back to it. Here he comes down. Yeah. Guess he was getting blocked and still got to his man. I think both our inside linebackers doing a lot better this year than what we had last year. They seem to get to the ball better. Who we have last year with Natrez and oh man, I can't remember who was a senior. Anyway, I think Monty and Tay is a little bit faster, and then they're certainly more sure tacklers, and they know where to get to in the right positions most of the time. They don't take themselves out of the play a lot like we were getting last year. So I think that one play is coming up. Maybe it's on down. Just these holes in that secondary, man. I never went back to see what we did as far as running yards. I know they were averaging around 200 yards a game, I think, on the ground. Pack. Let me see what that was. See, that could have been a tackle right there. Who was that? It looked like our linebacker. He was worried more about the ball than right here and just completely missed the tackle. Can't tell who that is. They're just driving down the field on us, guys. I mean, this wasn't like a fluke loss. I mean, Carolina looked better than we did. I mean, they were moving the ball too, you know. So let's see. They had 142 rushing yards, so it's probably the most rushing yards this season. I mean, we kind of held them down a little bit, but they only had 155 yards passing, which I would have thought it had been more than that. But then again, too, it was a pretty low-scoring game. Risher just kind of slow on getting over there. To me, it looked like he was having a pretty good line to him. They just couldn't get get the tackle, and Devod. Well, Devod's right there too. I mean, I don't know. You know, it's like if Jake could have hit a couple of throws like that, we could have had some plays there. I mean, Helinski just hit it perfect. Uh, Biggest thing is, yeah, we might probably couldn't stop the catch, but we could at least prevented the touchdown. But let me get through this. How about Tennessee winning? I was trying to tell some of my Tennessee buddies, look out, man. Their season could get better, and it's already on a better start. I think that. Well, that's either their second or third win. I think. Just good running by Swift on that one. He had a little bit of opening to run through. See, and this is that second level blocking right here. I mean, we're getting on a safety, you know. That's how you get them big yardage. Take them chunk yards. Get that second look. Linebacker. Linebacker right there. Safety right there. I mean, props to Kinley for getting down there and putting a helmet on somebody. So what did Jake look at right there? Right there. So it was a stop route right here. That's where he was already planning to go to. But I wonder. I mean, Cager could have. He could have hit Cager over there. I guess since the first one, I mean, he didn't really go through any progressions on that one. Wasn't like he was getting rushed either. Swill, he's just making holes, man, to get those yards. And those are some tough yards. I mean, South Carolina's got a decent defensive front. I mean, they're not elite by any means, but they're good. Probably a little bit above average, I would say. You know, I mean, it's a good pass play, but then again, I mean, it's just more than stop routes, man. I mean, you just can't. The problem is on these stop routes when you stop it, it's just hard to get yards after the catch because you gotta get your momentum back up. And I mean, obviously, it'd be better if you can hit them in stride. There we go. He was kind of throwing them open on that one. So you see the man behind them back here. So but it's still, you know, just another stop route. Uh I was hearing one analyst talking about slant routes. You know, we haven't really been having any slant routes this year. Hitting on those. I remember Jake just eating up teams his freshman year on the slant routes. And, you know, a lot of times on those, you can hit them in stride and they can get yards after the catch and everything. But just, I don't know, they're a little bit more non existent this year. See y'all's comments. Yeah, Kevin, I don't know if you're in here anymore, but yeah, definitely need some more run and gun abilities. That's what I'd like to see out of quarterback. I mean, because that's what you see out of Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers. Uh, Maybe a little bit out of Tom Brady. Not as much, but he still does it. I mean, that's the extending the plays, but also being able to do it with accuracy. You know. Yeah, Ryan. I mean, I thought he was good at that, but you know, also it could be one of the things where you just not used to again, or they don't want him to do it. They'd rather him stay in the pocket. But the trying to keep up with y'all's comments. I wish it would automatically scroll. I don't know what. Well, he almost got it, man. Took three of them to stop him right there, though. But I mean, I don't think there was no hole. He just kind of made. He just saw an opening and went for it. Okay. Quick lineup. It's still not a hole, but he just pushed forward to get the touchdown there. Just hardly any push, man. Who's that? Andrew Thomas on the left side getting the push. Ben didn't get any. None from Ben. Isaiah really isn't pushing him. I mean, that's what I'm worried about. Well, that's one of the things I'm worried about. I mean, our line's supposed to be better than that. Hats off to Ryan, man. He can sling the ball around, get in time. What linebacker was that? Tay? Yeah, I think it was Tay who wrapped him up first. So Tay sniffed it out and was able to get there. Looking to see. That was a good job on who was that? Eric. Wish he could have got a hand on the ball on that one, but at least he was there for the tackle. Well, I mean, comes again too. Ryan just sitting there and just picking us apart a little bit. I think it was a timeout. See, Eric saw it. He was there. It's just getting picked apart, man. That's where I wish we can get a little bit more press on at the line of scrimmage. Yeah, he's already starting to hobble a little bit. Nobody on the edge. Walter Grant's getting blocked. So DJ coming down, helping out. And we're not really getting pushed off the line either. It's just the running backs were able to find some openings. Good job. Swarming to the ball. I mean, shoot, they keep it going, man. Shout out to Eric on that one, man. Trying to get the stop on a tight end, man. How much bigger he is. And really, I think we got a gift on that one. Because he was on top of Eric. And he was never down. But I mean, that should have been a first down for Carolina right there. Then they got the false start. Oh, hold on. Two back set. But there it goes again, though. James Cook, but we actually changed it up on that one. Just hand it off to Zamir. Typically, that would have been a screen pass over to Cook. I don't know what that noise was. Just not much push, man. Not much push at all. Right there. Zeus just getting the first. I mean, that's just not even real big openings. It's not bad blocking. I mean, he got 6 yards on the carry. Can't really complain too much about it, but there's hard earned. I'm just going back to see. Yeah, I mean, there goes Jake again, kind of throwing the ball behind him. If he would have threw it in front of Zeus, who knows, man? Could have been off to the races on that one. He would have had to do a shoestring tackle or something to bring Zeus down on that one. See, that's where Lawrence is getting hurt on stuff like this, man. Look at that. Having to fall down to catch the ball and not putting it out. Putting it out there in front of him, man. Put it out here. Let the boy catch it in stride and just keep on running for it. I mean, and we see a lot of that. It was those kind of throws. It wasn't just this game. It's been most of this season, really. And just over toss it. See, that's how like Carolina when they scored their touchdown. I mean, it's similar. Just Jake just overthrew them on that. But see how they kind of jam at the line, holding up our receivers. See, we're not doing any of that. Let me go back. Watch. See how the defender puts his hands up, jams them a little bit. I mean, just something like that, man, can just throw them off their routes. But we just let them run free, and I'm just not agreeing with it, to be honest with you. You just throw them off for a second, man. I mean, if Muschamp can trust his defenders, who are 3 stars, you know, maybe some low-rated 4 stars, Kirby should be able to trust our 5 and high 4 stars, man. That's all I'm saying. He's just scared they're going to get burnt, but it's just allowing us to get picked off, and they're still getting big plays. So, both the Tennessee and South Carolina game had big throws. Just not trusting the players. Props to Tyler on getting some yards after he catches it 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage on that. I mean, I can make those throws if that's all we're going to do. Just put me in. Now that may have been a little bit of holding right there. Did get the call. I don't know if there was a replay on that one. I want to go back and look at the blitz though. See on that side. Who is it? Eli. So what is Isaiah? Andrew doing? He's got this man. So you got your tight end right here. The guy just does a swim move, and Andrew just quits worrying about him, leaving Eli on two guys right here. And Swift just misses them both. Look, just falls down. Just nothing. Oh man, it's just frustrating. Definitely not a championship level game at all. Yeah, Blake. Somebody they were talking today on Dog Nation on how actually it was Saturday post game that we sub out too much and that we need to just leave the key players, our stars, in there. And I hate it. Tyler, yeah, Tyler's a senior, but we have better playmakers than him, and we need to leave them in there. And if Zeus really is better than Harrion, you got to keep him in there too. Swift usually does a little bit better job blocking, but that last play was just horrible. So defense is a little bit different because you want to keep them rested and keep them fresh better. And we don't have as much fall off between the first string and the second string. They're a little bit closer, and you can kind of rotate them in. Did they not do the replay? How did that guy get free? So we're getting blocked. Monty's getting blocked right there. Walter trying to get back to him. It's like he just ran through a bunch of bodies. Did a pretty good job not getting blown off the ball or anything. Just got outside linebacker being blocked. Got lucky on that one. That was they did a Jake Fromm throw on that one where he threw it behind him. Good job for Devad, just open field tackle. Even though the guy kind of got, one or two more yards, he still didn't get away. So is this the one he missed? Can't remember. Got it. Tied up with South Carolina in the second quarter. Let me go back. We finally got some push on that one. There's been a couple of drives since we've seen that much push. There's nothing right there. They're just running down the line of scrimmage on it. That was a good throw. I mean, he threaded the needle on that one. Threw it through a couple of defenders. Man, I mean, if he can throw like that, we wouldn't have no problem. You know, it easily been won. We burned through a minute and a half pretty quick. I was actually surprised how fast that went. Uh, Carolina must have called the timeout. Get lined up. I mean, see, here's what I'm trying to talk about on our routes. We got two guys whose routes stop 5 yards apart, man. That is easily defended. Does not set them up for any yards after catch or anything. I mean, these routes are a joke that we're running. That's that pick six right there. I think they do a replay on this one. Look, I think Jake was like halfway on his back foot throwing that one. What was that? Yeah. See, I mean, just yeah, throwing off his back foot, man, and I mean, no separation between the defender and the receiver. And I was actually surprised that they were trying to go hurry up. I figured Kirby would just had enough of it and just downed it to just end out the half. Start back over again the second half. So at least he was a little aggressive on that. Then trying to put some more points on the board. Just all day, man. But all day, but nobody can get open. I mean, look at this. One Mississippi, two Mississippi, three Mississippi, four Mississippi, five Mississippi, six Mississippi, seven Mississippi, eight Mississippis. I mean, nobody can get open. This is why we need a new offensive coordinator or new game plan. Somebody else to just have some more input, or this is. I mean, let's talk about Kirby's design. I mean, this is like a 2009, 2010 Alabama offense right here. That is completely outdated, easily defended, and back then it was all about their defense. That's how they won championships. Just low scoring, defensive games. That's how Alabama has won a lot of their championships under Nick Saban. It wasn't until Tua came in and actually gave them a good passing game because Jalen never really gave them one. I mean, it was more of a running game with expanded out to a quarterback. Just for somebody else you got to account for. But I mean, and there was no flag on that one, just cause he way overthrew him. I mean, still wasn't even close. That was a pretty good throw. Uh, you know, throw the needle. on that one. Call timeout. It's taking them forever to get lined up. Charlie going in motion. Just pocket completely collapsing. Who was that? K got thrown off his rocker right there, man. K's getting beat on. I mean, and Trey's supposed to be helping too. I mean, that should be a double team right there. Man, still getting pushed back. See, on this one, on the next play, I think is where they get away from the pocket or pocket blocking. I'm sorry. Anyway, they see how they try to form a pocket around them. Pass blocking. Next play, it's more run blocking scheme. Gives Jake a little bit more time. That one. Play by George. Good catch by George. Let me go back and try to see. Yeah. It's good throwing catch. We'll spike it. I think this. I don't know. Let's get one more play off. I mean, Jake sees the guy coming down, man. I'm trying to see what do we have going upfield. Who is this? What is just a safety right there? This one is blocked. Oh, he calls a timeout. That's right. I was wondering what was going on. Call another one. Saturday was all just a blur. So who got the hand on it? Right there. So you got Sawyer pretty much taking on two people. I don't know what Trey's doing over here. He's not blocking anybody, really. Yeah. Alright, guys. Well, I'm going to call it a night. From what I remember, I think the second half will be pretty much the same as the first half. Jake didn't do as bad in the first half on his throws. I think he got a little bit more off in the second half, but I'll try to go through maybe tomorrow and catch the second half, and we can kind of break it down a little bit more. I guess we had 3 turnovers in the second half, 4 total, so it is kind of hard to come back from that. But I mean, you know, we see the problems, there. I mean, they're just picking us apart, carving us up on defense. I mean, and it's not like it was anything's a fluke. I mean, they have legitimate drives going downfield, and we have trouble sustaining them, and fighting for tough yards on the ground. So it's just gonna be more of that in the second half. But I'll try to get back on here tomorrow or Wednesday night and get back in there. So I'm gonna get off. Everybody have a good night and go Dogs.